Hello, future toppers. Let's make maths simple, intuitive, and fun together. So, we got wholesome new session in which we will understand different types of events. Okay, so there are certain important terminology which we have to understand for better clarity. The first one is equally likely. Now, try to understand what does this equally likely means. First, if the probability of two different things are same, then it is equally likely. Means you can say that, sir, getting head and getting tail while tossing a coin is equally likely. Means both are sharing same probability. Okay, getting an odd number, getting an even number while throwing the dice is equally likely. Okay, then we have this probability. The probability of A is equal to probability of B. Now we have mutually exclusive events. Okay, now try to understand what does this mutually exclusive means. Mutually exclusive means, like, suppose a certain thing is happening, and like suppose we are dealing with odd number and even number. Okay, so you know that probability of intersection of A and B is nothing. Odd is totally different, even is totally different. So if the intersection of probability A intersection B is phi, then you can say it is mutually exclusive. Okay, now you can extract some formula related to that, that P of A union B equals to P of A plus P of B, where you know that P of A intersection B is nothing, 0. So the required probability will become P of A plus P of B. Okay, next we have independent event. Okay, so two events A and B are independent if occurrence or non-occurrence of A has no effect on occurrence or non-occurrence of B. Okay, suppose that you are getting odd number, so while throwing a dice you are having odd number, and after throwing dice you are throwing, like you are tossing a coin. So if you'll get even number, odd number, it doesn't affect head or tail in the next uh, event na. So this means both events are independent, and here the intersection is this: P of A intersection B is equal to P of A into P of B. Okay, over there we have studied that P of A intersection B is phi for mutually exclusive events, and here P of A intersection B is P of A into P of B. Like, try to understand that, like, we are given certain problems, we are 4 in count, and they have that someone else person has given us 4 problems. So if I will solve a problem, that doesn't affect any situation that you will be solving the problem or not. Okay, so this is independent event. Okay, for better understanding, let's try to connect with this question. 4 person independently solve a certain problem. So we are 4 in number and we are solving certain problem. Okay, correctly with the probability, means suppose that person A can solve problem with the probability 1 by 2, person B is solving with the probability 3 by 4, person C 1 by 4, person D 1 by 8. Then the probability that the problem is solved by at least one of them. Okay, now try to understand, whenever you will get question from at least or at most, we have discussed this situation in binom in pro, sorry we have studied permutation combination. Over there we have studied that if we will get question of at least, at most, we will convert it into exactly. Okay, now look at this. If we will think about the cases, the number of cases will become what? At least one will solve, means A will solve, B is not solving the question, C not, D not, then B is solving, A not, C not, D not. then so this 1% will solve, 2% will solve, 3% will solve, 4% will solve. So it will become little bit complicated. So look at this, what I will do. Okay, so I will write total probability. Okay, total probability will be what? Sum of all the probability will be equal to 1, है ना? Now look at this. So 0 means 0% will solve the problem. Solve the problem. This is first case. Now 1% will solve the problem. Okay, then 2% will solve the problem. Then 3% will solve the problem. Okay, now what is the required? This is required. This is required. This is required. So can I create another formula which will say that required probability is equal to total probability will be 1 means minus 0% will solve the problem. Look at this. Okay, now you know that the persons are independent, means if I will solve doesn't mean you can solve the problem with the same probability. Okay, we are not allowed to cheat. Okay, now so look at this. Here 0% will solve the problem means what is probability of solving question by A? So it is 1 by 2. So not solving will become what? 1 minus 1 by 2. है ना? Then person B can solve the problem with the probability 3 by 4. So not 1 minus 3 by 4. Person C 1 minus 1 by 4. Person D 1 minus 1 by 8. Okay, so the probability will become what? 1 minus 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 3 by 4 into 7 by 8. I hope this question is clear. Now you can simplify things to get the required result. Okay, let's move on to this problem. 4% can hit a target correctly with the probability this and this respectively. If all hit at the target independently, so it is independent event, then the probability that the target would be hit. So we can consider the target is hit if any one of them will hit the target, correct? Means 1 will hit the target, 2 will hit the target, 3 will hit the target. So it is like exactly same previous case. Okay, so can I write required probability will be 1 minus not means 1 by 2, not B means 2 by 3, not C 3 by 4, not D 7 by 8. So this is the required probability. I hope the idea is clear and you guys can handle similar situations. So see you guys in next session of MathFlix.